Alright, so this is the other, I believe it's an 8-inch fan, from around the same time as the Gilbert that I just finished making a video of. This is the General Electric. Here's the information on this one. Around the same era, early 1930s. I believe this one's from 1931. Inside the motor there's a little tag that has a bunch of numbers. It looks like a date code or a serial number, I don't know, a lot number, something on the stator, and it starts with 31. I looked up this model and it appears that this would have been made right around then. One thing that's interesting is the base of this one says reconditioned, so I don't know who did that, why, when, what, I don't know. It just says recondition. If you want to read that, you can pause the video. This one's a much better quality fan than the Gilbert. This one has actual bearings in it. This one has solid brass machined bearings, sleeve bearings. It does have a very small oil wick. Along the top of both bearings is a slit with a little oil wick in it. That's where you oil the front one. The back one's the same way. Now this one, when I redid it, I didn't have any of this wire, so I just put a thin black lamp cord on it. And originally I was going to switch it out. It looks okay on this, honestly, and I don't want to take this apart because the wiring is done on the motor, in the motor, right at the windings. I don't want to mess with it again. It can keep the plastic cord. It has a nice brass switch here. Again, it's a single speed. This one has a little bit of wear in the bearings, and the thrust washers are probably a little worn, so it does buzz a little bit when it starts. The end play isn't bad. A little bit, not too bad, but especially when it warms up, it does kind of buzz and make a lot of noise when it starts, but after it gets going, it's fine. Completely smooths out. I'm going to turn this one on. It was pretty quiet that time turning it on. The motor's cold, that's why. Had a little ticking noise. I believe that's the thrust washers rattling around the shaft. Runs very well. Be careful with this one. It's pretty well balanced. Not perfectly balanced, but pretty well balanced. Does not oscillate, obviously. This one didn't need as much work. This one more needed some cleaning up. And the cord was already replaced at one point before I got it. I have a knot inside the motor to keep it from getting pulled out, and I have a knot out here to keep it from getting pushed in. Put new rubber grommet there. I put a fiber washer in the neck pivot right there. Trying to... My camera has a lot of problems with the lighting lately. I don't know what's going on with it. I adjust settings, I do everything, it just does not work. It's not even low light, like it's pretty bright. If I use my cell phone, it'd be fine. Yeah, that's really it. This one is a nice hunter green. I thought this was some kind of grease on here, or oil, or dirt. It's not. It's very thin spots in the paint that's starting to go through, rust a little bit. I actually scratched a little bit of the paint off there, cleaning it. But yeah. That time you heard it a little bit of bearing noise. This one I would use more often than the Gilbert. I trust it a little more, but at the same time it's also just as old. And these fans aren't really something I'm going to use every day. They're cool to have, they look nice. I'll use them once in a while, but I'm not going to regularly use this. If I was going to use this one, it would be on my nightstand, and I'm not going to be putting a fan that I can just stick my whole hand into, on my nightstand, because all it's going to take is for me to move in the middle of the night and smack it, and I cut my hand. So, that's really it. I'll put it next to the Gilbert so you kind of see the comparison. Gilbert's a little wobbly on the washer, but Gilbert's a little taller. I think the blade diameter is about the same. Maybe the Gilbert is a slightly bigger blade, but it's very close. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching.